All right, guys, welcome back. This is episode 54, week 15. We had a lot of people get close to having a Chick-fil-A sandwich, but no one actually got it. But anyways, we got to get on to our first matchup. So, Brad, who do we have in the playoffs?
We got the number 1 overall seed in Little Giants against the 8 seed Rule 1. I'm number 1.
Ooh, tough one.
It was a tough one. It was actually a relatively low-scoring affair for Frankie in this one. Only put up 128, but it was enough to knock off the 1 seed, which I know you were scared about playing Frankie's team.
He has a good team.
Yeah. The biggest one for him was Terry McLaurin.
Yeah.
Played down in New Orleans and ended up getting 2 touchdowns for him, and that's what really did it for Frankie.
They spread the floor. They made shots. I don't think we defended well. We didn't pass the ball well. We didn't, we didn't come off screens well. We didn't do anything well tonight, to be honest.
All right, on to the next matchup. We have Take What You Can against Donald's grand team. Lamar Jackson. I mean, it's been Elsa's player all year long. The only reason why she is in the playoffs. Other than that, Donald's team, Brock Purdy, 2 points. If your quarterback's getting 2 points, Brad, you're not going to win a playoff game.
No, you're not.
I think Woody would understand that as well. So.
No, I don't understand.
1, 2, 3, push! My God, I can walk! It's a miracle! Sorry, Dad. Just get the chair.
All right, now on to the next matchup. CMC 2025 against Woody's Roundup. And this one was all about Mike Evans for me. Got him in a trade. Ended up going off for 46 points.
Who?
Someone named Art of the Deal. Wasn't too high on him. He was actually injured the week that he traded him to me, and I took the risk on it. And
Some players do well, some players don't.
yeah, AJ Brown did well too. I also acquired him in that same trade. He got 30 points. So I had 76 points between 2 guys acquired in that trade. So thank you.
Who did you give me in that trade?
Travis Kelce, who got 6.
Why don't you go down to the basement and see if it's some kind of crazy type dungeon?
Yeah. Dungeons and tons of guns and... Dude, please give me a chip.
You're not getting a chip, okay?
Come on!
Leave it alone with the chips. If you want a chip, you could have gotten a bag at the hamburger store.
No, you're not getting the chips! The chips are off the table, okay? I want a chip!
Don't bring
Give
up
me
the
a
chips.
chip!
He wants chips, and I asked him in the store, Dennis, you were there. I said, Sean, do you want a bag of chips? He said, no, I don't want chips. You're not getting this chip.
If you wanted a goddamn chip, you should have gotten a goddamn chip at the hamburger shop!
All right, now let's get on to the matchup of the week, the one that everybody
Monday
was
Night
watching,
Madness.
the one that everybody was watching.
Monday.
Monday Night Madness.
This one was over Sunday.
Monday Night Madness,
Monday
baby.
Night Madness. The Neighborhood against Art of the Deal. Woody, welcome.
Thank you for having
I'm so
me.
glad you're on this episode. Lead us through what led you to victory in this one.
Well, problem is, I played you for the long con. If you'll remember, does anybody remember what the name of my team was that first season? Ocean's 11.
Ocean's 11.
It was the long con. I mean, I wore my Bradshaw jersey today because I saw him play. Everybody thought it's just Woody. And long con, baby.
Look, so how did it make you feel last week? There's a lot of questions that need to be asked. First one, how did it make you feel last week that Jake intentionally threw his game so he did not have to play you, or so he had to play you?
Well, like I said, it kind of got sucked into the vortex because it was the play. It was the play from the beginning. And I think some of y'all need to rewatch that movie, Ocean's 11.
Oh, okay.
Long gone, baby. And 2, how many people have an authentic Terry Bradshaw jersey? Did you see him play?
No.
You didn't? Did you see him play?
For that.
I did. Shout out to my grandfather, Osborne William Moffett, that made me watch football with him. And that's all I can give. It's a long con. But the reality of it is, I only had like 3 players score points.
Yeah. I mean, you had a 0. You had a 0 from a wide receiver,
wanna
and
get
you still
into-
scored 185.
Do we want to get into
I
the
want to keep
reality?
talking about this matchup.
Yes,
I want to talk about it. I want to talk about the
let's
matchup.
let's
Okay.
elaborate.
Let's hear from Art on this one.
3:30 Sunday afternoon. I am at 98% chance of winning. My team played very well. I scored 150 points. As you can see in this play here, Devontae Adams runs at 5 miles an hour past every single Jacksonville player, and Aaron Rodgers finds him for a 70-yard touchdown, and that starts changing things. I'm like, okay, whatever. Then a bunch of random things happen, and she ends up with 180 points, and I lose. So you can win on luck. Sometimes you need those players that can score a ton of points in any given week. Josh Allen getting 50, kind of becoming a normal thing for him, but still, it's lucky.
That is an interesting
Kinda.
statement that you just said, lucky.
Mm-hmm.
There's been several times throughout this fantasy season where it doesn't matter about luck. You just got to win football games. And that's a direct quote from Art of the
From
Deal.
me, where?
Oh.
Where?
Replay the clips. Go back through, find all
I'm
the
not
clips.
finding those clips.
Oh,
they don't
they're
exist.
there. They are there.
For the regular season. Maybe for the playoffs, it's a little different. You need luck in the playoffs.
I mean,
No.
Look, my defense did score 20 points. That was a good thing.
No, it comes down to skill and matchups. Because, I mean, Woody made a fantastic decision starting Romeo Dobbs in her flex.
Yeah, thanks, Brad.
Had Jaleel McLaughlin in there and then put Romeo Dobbs in, knowing that Jordan Love was the quarterback throwing to Romeo Dobbs. And how many points did Dobbs get?
19, Brad.
19, I
Brad.
Good move. Great move.
Too,
Brad's idea.
Devontae scored all of his points, I think, in the fourth quarter.
It was the fourth quarter.
71-yard touchdown. Let's look at that clip. Can you?
We already
put that
showed it,
touchdown
Brad.
up?
I already
Oh,
showed the
okay,
clip.
Good.
I want to show it again.
I'm a little concerned right now about your salvation and stuff. How come you have not been baptized?
Because I never got around to it, okay? I don't know why you always have to be judging me. Because I only believe in science.
But tonight, we are going up against Satan's caveman. And I just thought it would be a good idea if you...
All right, guys, we're looking on to the semifinals now. We've got CMC 2025 against Rule 1. I'm number 1. We're going to start off there. Really the two powerhouses this year when it comes to scoring points in a single game. You got Saquon coming up against Nakua and Mike Evans and all this stuff. So, really this week, I think it is...
And consistent quarterback scoring.
I mean, Brad doesn't have that. That's going to be his problem. No, he just doesn't have that. But I think it's a coin flip. I mean, coin toss. It's, I just don't see any way to measure this matchup. I think Brad probably would feel confident, but I just definitely see Saquon getting 60.
Sam Darnold's been pretty reliable for me. It's actually got me into 4th place with him. I mean, he's averaging about 20.
Not this last week.
He's
You
averaging.
were fortunate.
He's averaging about 20 points a week. Last week was a down week. But the thing that scares me about Frankie's team is his running backs. Bijan Robinson and Saquon Barkley, they can both put up 50 on any given moment. And Cooper Kupp's not going to get 0 again.
Absolutely not.
So that's going to be a tough matchup.
Barkley's sore. He's got a bad quad.
I hope so. The Eagles are fighting for a 1
Look
seed.
who doesn't want to play Saquon Barkley.
Hey,
Funny.
I'm not going to back down from the challenge like some people in this room.
Oh, yes.
I accept it. If I want to beat and get into the championship, I got to beat the best.
All right, we have to get on to the next one. We do have the neighborhood against Take What You Can. Mother-daughter matchup, semifinals. No one really thought that these two teams would be in the semifinals. But what?
I actually predicted Elsa as my winner before the league even started.
Yeah, that was a while ago. But things changed. Elsa's team started to struggle. But Lamar has kept her in it. She only had...
Josh Allen.
She had an okay week last week, but that does bring up a good point. When Elsa's playing a team, her quarterback has to be better than the other quarterback for her to win a matchup. And you don't know if that's going to happen with the neighborhood with Josh Allen. They could both get 50. They cancel out. And the neighborhood's team, player for player, going down.
None of my guys scored points this week. Only 3 of them scored big points. So if the other guys get their GPS set, show up at the stadium, man, it is going to be a good game for me. I just feel it.
All right, now let's get on to the consolation ladder. Yahoo's been giving us a little bit of an issue with setting up the consolation ladder. So we're just going to have to go to an old-fashioned way and go on a whiteboard with some markers on the consolation ladder. So if you are a consolation team, so you know Carolyn, Lorelei Gilmore, the Dudes Abide, Snowball, Chattahooligan, and Louisiana Voodoo, make sure you set your lineups this week. It won't show that you have a matchup because there's 14 teams in this league.
Yep.
And if there's 13 or 14 teams in Yahoo, for whatever reason, it doesn't allow a consolation ladder.
Steve's been trying to hack the system. He thinks that because he lost that he can get into the consolation bracket, but I
No.
don't think that's a thing.
No, now they have a matchup, but it's not really going toward anything other than
No.
yeah, it's their season is done.
I'm playing Donald, and it's going
okay.
towards everything. That's what that's going towards.
So let's quickly get into the consolation matchups. It'll be the number 9 seed against the 12 seed, so that's Carolyn against Snowball. Make sure you set your lineups. And the number 10 seed versus the 11 seed, Lorelei Gilmore against the Dudes Abide. And then last place game, Chattahooligan against Louisiana Voodoo. Someone in the Logan Woody household will walk away with the number 1 pick.
All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. Look out next week. It'll be episode 55. So if you have a player getting 55 points, you might get a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling spry. I'm ready for the next draft. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody.